Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. So greatly appreciate it. Truly, truly is. Before we get started, let me give you my usual disclaimer that this video is for educational purposes only. Please do not take what I say as fact. Please always do your own research and come to your own conclusions. Next, if you have not liked, subscribed, or commented yet, please consider doing so. Really helps me out and I really, really appreciate it. Okay, so we are True Crime at Christmas Time, day 5. 34-year-old Samina Eamon was from a place called Cardiff in the UK. Cardiff is the capital and the largest city in Wales. It is also the city with the most castles in the world. Samina was the regional marketing manager of Costco, a discount bulk shopping center. The manager of the store was 41-year-old Roger Cooper. And in 2014, Roger and Samina were in a very top secret scandalous affair. Not only did Costco have a very strict policy against employees being in romantic relationships, but Roger had a long-term girlfriend named Susan Potts. Samina did, however, confide in a few close friends about the affair and told them how happy and excited she was that Roger had promised to end his relationship with Susan before the new year so that they can become public. She also confided in friends that her and Roger had planned a 2-night getaway at a place called the Malmaison Hotel in Birmingham. And it's beautiful. December 24th, 2014, Samina is seen on CCTV footage at a place called Mark and Spencer. She's buying a bottle of Bellini and a tub of chocolates and candy. At approximately 4 p.m., Samina and Roger are both seen on CCTV in the parking lot of the Coventry Costco where they both worked. They leave within minutes of each other and get into separate cars. This would be the last record of Samina being seen alive. After she left work that day, Samina phoned her sister to let her know that she would be at Mom and Dad's house on Boxing Day, which is a big holiday that's celebrated in the UK the day after Christmas, December 26th. So when December 26th came and went and Samina wasn't answering her phone and never showed up to her parents' house, they phoned police.
On Christmas Eve, they left the store separately. First Roger Cooper, then Samina. What she didn't know was that she was just one of a number of women he was having affairs with.
And the beginning of that new life for Samina and Roger Cooper was supposed to be Christmas. We also know at the same time Roger Cooper was seeing another lady from the Costco store, a lady who at the beginning of December had told Roger Cooper she felt she may be pregnant. And therefore what we saw was a web of lies and deceit that just came on top for Roger Cooper, and his solution appeared to be Samina in.
After Samina's disappearance, friends informed police about her secret relationship with Roger and about their planned getaway. But when police speak to Roger, he has a very different story. Shocking. Roger claimed that he ended things with Samina weeks ago and that she wasn't taking it very well. He then shows police text messages from Samina that were sent about 2 days before their scheduled getaway. In the messages, Samina was telling him how wonderful he was and how much she cared about him. Close friends of Samina say that there was no indication of a breakup and that Roger promised her that they would be able to be together publicly. As the investigation deepened, it would come out that Roger was seeing a second Costco employee. So he was dating his long-term girlfriend, Susan Potts, Samina, and a second employee at the Costco that he and Samina worked at. January 1st, 2015, police do an official interview with Roger. He tells police that after he worked that day at 4 p.m., he went to his 39-year-old brother David's house to pick up Christmas gifts. When police spoke to David, he told them that he's only seen her a few times at Costco, but he doesn't even know her name, going on to tell them that the only thing he knows about her is that she was fucking his brother. Yeah, that's what he said about her. So Samina, her name's Samina. That's her name, Samina. She's not some girl that was fucking your brother. She's Samina. Samina's car was found on a residential street about 65 miles away from Coventry. Nothing she packed for the getaway was found in the car. Neither were the chocolates or the Bellini. There were also no fingerprints in the car, not even Samina's. This would be virtually impossible unless somebody purposefully wiped down the car. Samina's car seat was also pushed all the way back, and Samina was only 5'2", so she clearly was not the last person behind the wheel of that car. When police checked her phone's GPS, they found out that the day she went missing, she went from Costco to a town called Leicester. Phone records would further confirm that Roger and Samina arrived at Roger's brother's house at 5 p.m. in Leicester at the exact same time. When a cell phone analyst checked the phones, they realized that Roger had deleted specific text messages in the phone in an attempt to make Samina basically look like an obsessed ex-girlfriend. He tried to make it look like she was bombarding him with text messages that he was ignoring, when in actuality that was not the case at all. Before her death, Samina had confided to her friends that she had given Roger an ultimatum, telling him that if he did not leave his long-term girlfriend Susan before the new year, she was going to expose their relationship. Motive. Police began to think that David may have something to do with Shamina's disappearance as well. Because of this, a judge issues a search warrant for David's apartment and arrest warrants for Roger and David. David was a hoarder, and he owned a plot of land for all of his hoards. Police executed a search warrant for the property, but they didn't find much there. But what they did find was the missing bottle of Bellini that Samina was seen buying on CCTV in David's fridge, Samina's belongings, and her wallet in a room in David's home, and the chocolates that she was seen buying in David's kitchen. They also found a disposable cell phone with Star Wars quotes in text messages between the brothers. Quotes such as, "Stay on target," "You're expected, Vader," "Death Star complete," and "Look at the size of that thing."
The Cooper brothers' relationship and loyalty still puzzle the police. They'd attempted to abduct Samina outside this hotel near Solihull 2 weeks before Christmas, but that time their plan failed. The night that they attempted to abduct Samina from here, they were using the language of the Star Wars films, communicating in code which only they could understand.
For example, stay on target, you are expected, Vader. What that is saying is, Roger Cooper to David, stay where you are, keep the plan on target, stay waiting for Samina Imam.
David would eventually confess to police that Samina did indeed die on his sofa and that they placed her in a sleeping bag. He tells police that he decides to use chloroform to shut her up so that his brother can get away from this crazy lady. Going on to say that he just wanted to shut her up for a bit. One of David's friends came forward and told police that they were given a set of keys to David's other property, a plot of land on Groby Road in Leicester. It would take police 5 days of searching before finding Samina in a very deep grave under a tarp on David's property. She was wrapped in a towel and an army sleeping bag inside of a plastic bag with ropes and cling wrap around her. The medical examiner would determine Samina's cause of death to be chloroform toxicity.
She was reported missing on Boxing Day. The Costco manager was then questioned by detectives about a missing person case. His tears cloaked his true knowledge that Samina was already dead.
And was that the last time you heard from her?
No, I got a text, that's the last time I heard her voice.
I can read it. Do you want me to read it? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm fuming, full stop. I'm going to where I am truly cared for.
What do you think she meant by that text message?
I assumed she'd gone to Birmingham. See one of her friends.
That text message was fake, sent by Roger Cooper to cover his tracks. Samina thought they were going to stay at a luxury hotel in Birmingham. Instead, her body was buried in a grave on allotments owned by his brother. David Cooper had a sign in his allotment shed, which once was humorous, but later proved to be sinister.
An online search would reveal that Roger bought chloroform on eBay. I didn't even know you could do that.
This confession, but told police he'd killed Samina Imam using chloroform, bought off the internet for just $12.99.
I got the chlorophyll, I poured it over a tea towel, and I kind of put it on her face, sat on her lap, and her arms went up, and I grabbed her arms and I forced them down, and I was like, just a couple of breaths. She didn't wake up.
There were tears of relief from Samina Iman's family when the guilty verdicts were read out. There was no sign of emotion from Roger Cooper. He'd promised 3 different women that he would start a new life with them. But tonight, along with his brother David, once they're sentenced, they will both be spending life in prison. Peter Wilson for BBC Midlands Today at Birmingham Crown Court.
Okay, guys, if you're still here, thank you. I appreciate you so very much. If you have not liked, subscribed, or commented yet, please consider doing so. And until next time, stay safe out there.